Hi, I'm Mrs. Greno. I'm going to be your online math teacher with Kenosha eSchool for your course Algebra 1, Segment 2. So that is the second half of Algebra. It would be zero point 0.5 credit with Kenosha School District, and it will be modules 6 through 9 for eSchool is what we're going to be working on here. So I wanted to use this opportunity just to give you kind of an overview of the course so that we can see right in the course, and also make sure you're doing those first getting started things before you jump into actual Module 6 and the math that you're going to be learning here. A little bit about myself outside of teaching online math is that I do have 3 kids. They're all part of Kenosha School District also. So my oldest is an 8th grader at Mahone, and my middle one, Gianna, is a 5th grader at Nash Elementary. And my youngest, who loves his sisters, my youngest boy is a 3rd grader at Nash also. So these 3 keep our family busy just with sports and their activities and whatnot. Along with that, I teach fitness classes at the Pleasant Prairie Rexplex. So that's something kind of a hobby of mine that I like to do, that I do on top of teaching math here with you guys. Let's get right into it though here. Your mission, right? So the theme for Algebra 1 is Mission Impossible. So a little backstory on that is that this summer my family kind of got into all the Mission Impossible movies, especially with the latest one coming out this past summer. So I set up your course that way is that we're going to look at this as a giant mission, starting with your welcome folder and preparing for the mission. As you can see on this beginning landing page for your course, is that you want to make sure that you review all this, specifically the academic integrity policy, and this is for all of Kenosha eSchool regarding plagiarism and copying, specifically with the math course, making sure you understand that you cannot Google a question, right, and then copy that answer and put it right in your write it in an assignment. That's obviously in violation of this policy and the consequences that go along with that. First and foremost, jump right into that welcome folder. So on the left-hand side of your courses, you will have, be slightly different. You will have a to-do list and your course announcements. So make sure you're looking at those. Your to-do list, you can condense. So that's obviously what's due or coming up due. But make sure that you know you can condense it to always get back to this module list here so that you have access to all of the course at all the time. First and foremost, the welcome folder, you're going to prepare for this mission, for our mission possible, right? Mission, not mission impossible. Take a look at the course expectations. Those were attached to your welcome emails, so making sure that you're reading through all of that. Some of my communication information is listed in multiple spots. This is a document for yourself or your parents. If you wanted to print that out and have handy just to refer to throughout the course, I'd recommend it. Here's some tips in terms of preparing yourself or how you should work through a course, specifically an online math course, just from my experience of teaching over the years. We highlight progress reports here in course expectations. Here's building, if you haven't seen Kenosha eSchool, this is where you'll be taking any tests that you have to take at eSchool in the lab. It will be located here. Pace charts are your due dates, so read through that, discussing obviously the attendance policy that with Kenosha eSchool, you have to successfully submit at least one assignment every week, so you're working on that regular basis to be considered attending your course. Discussion-based assessment, big part of each of or of all my courses, and they're in each module, and that gives us that opportunity for you and I to talk kind of one-on-one via either the phone or we can use such things as Blackboard Collaborate, which is our online classroom. And again, it's that time to review for me to kind of check in with you, make sure that you're understanding everything and go through any questions that you have, but also for you to kind of validate of what you learned. So giving you just that opportunity to kind of process and make sure that at that checkpoint, you're feeling good to kind of move forward, knowing that our ultimate goal for yourself is passing and earning credit in the class. So I'm trying to really prepare you for that final exam. So when you come in, we can reduce that stress or anxiety that you know you're prepared and you're ready to take it. Discusses your gradebook, which you want to be checking all the time. Late work and policies, taking a look at that. Knowing that resubmitting work, how do you resubmit work? When you see this little arrow, knowing you have to resubmit an assignment. But with math and with my courses, that I want that to be a kind of a continual thing, that you can make corrections on many of your assignments. And you'll notice once you get into your course that each of the modules or most of the modules actually have test corrections also. So that's an assignment after a module test, which is a bigger point value, but still having that opportunity that you're not done, that I want you to go back and make those corrections and know that you'll be awarded points for that. Coming right off of that is also checking feedback. So one of the things with learning math online is that you are continually checking feedback, that to-do list or your grade book is not just a checklist that you can just kind of go through and be done with no matter what your score is. You keep moving forward, but I want you to, every assignment, quiz, test, to review your feedback, whether you see it in your feed, right? Or if you're actually going to your grade book and actually clicking on the score of each assignment and reviewing it there, and reviewing the questions you got wrong or any of the feedback I give you, whether it's video, audio, or maybe I'm just writing you some corrections you need to do moving forward. So just make sure that you're always seeing that and that that's important. Even if you get like a 90% on an assignment, you made a mistake of some sort, that you're going back and taking a look at that. Here's your math binder, just some things you might want to consider setting up. Big thing is that notebook, and also having that lesson summary packet printout, which I'm going to talk about next. And your final thing is final exams on your course expectations document, understanding how those are run, how those are proctored, what you can use, and that you have to pass your final exam. So minimum of 60% average on the part. So if it's a 2-part final, you need to have at least a 60% average in order to earn credit. And definitely as you have more questions with that, or as you get closer to your final, I can answer those more clearly for you. Speaking of the algebra lesson summary packet, so here it is. I want you to make sure you print this off. So if I could hand one thing to you first day of school, this would be it. So if you open up this PDF, at the end of every lesson in your course, there's a little mini lesson summary. So I put them all in one document. So this is something I want you to print off, staple right away in the beginning, and put in your notebook. So as you work through your notebook and you're taking your own notes, right, on every lesson, and doing your assignments right in your notebook, right? If you're doing assignment 1, like 6.01, write that work right in your notebook. So it's kind of like a log of everything you work throughout the entire course. But go ahead and print this off. Any problems with printing this off, let me know. I can always get you a copy, or you can stop by the eSchool office and get a printed copy there. Still preparing for the mission, still in the welcome folder is math mindset. So this is something I need you to kind of read through, checklist of habits, all of these things to get yourself in the right kind of that growth mindset of thinking about this math class. So no matter what your experience is coming up to this in previous math courses, I want you to come at it just with a good mindset, that you're going to make mistakes, but you're going to learn from those mistakes, and that my goal is to really work with you so you can be successful. And that all starts here, working through or reading through these things, specifically, again, the checklist of habits, that you're continually doing these through every assignment, every module, and we'll be reflecting on those throughout the course. Final thing is course information, just some more real detailed course information that if you need to refer to it, or if you have some more questions, you can look here. I would recommend beyond the course expectations just to reach out to me. Once you are prepared for the mission, so once you've read through all of that, go on to the math help folder. So this is all of your resources for math help. Here's your Blackboard Collaborate link. So if we are going to meet online, this would be where you can access that. There's a math website that you can go to. So I have an outside website that I have for all my eSchool math courses. And you can see there it has some more welcome information. So some of it is very similar to what's in your welcome folder, but just another place to access it. And on your course page, I have set up with each of the modules some help videos. So this is a place you can come to if you've gone through a lesson and you're stuck, you want some more resources, you can come to that website. Or a lot of times I might put this website in your feedback to shoot you here to watch a video before you make a resubmit, or before you do some corrections on an assignment with that one. My contact information that's also on the course expectations, make sure you have this. You can email me, that's one main form of communication. The other one is my cell phone. So the cell phone is just for me. You can call me directly. This is what we use for discussion-based assessments, and also texting. So I have students obviously that text me all the time. Sometimes they'll text me to set up a discussion-based assessment. They'll text me that they need help, maybe just a question of where is this located, or I can't access this. So definitely using my cell phone as much as possible. In terms of my office hours, so all eSchool teachers, this is for, I'm not at eSchool every day. I'm only at eSchools on Wednesdays. So this is an online course, so most of your support will be online, right, or via phone. If you would need to meet with me face to face and it works out with your schedule, I am there Wednesdays from 1 to 3. So in the eSchool computer lab, welcome to just come in. Welcome, come in every Wednesday. So if it works out with your schedule and you want that to be kind of a regular thing, you can be working in the lab every Wednesday if you wanted to. And then I'm there if you need help. The other option is online office hours. So this is not the only time I can meet with you on Blackboard Collaborate, but this will be when I will for sure be online, just hanging out. If anybody, and that's on Tuesdays from 9 to 10 a.m. and that's when you could come in, or not come in, you could go into Blackboard Collaborate, and if you need help on something, there's a whiteboard, we can work through a problem. If you're done, you leave. You know, you can click out of it and be done with it. But again, other sessions can be done by appointment based on your schedule and my schedule. And again, that's the best way to get help if you cannot make these Wednesdays. And obviously, don't limit it just to Wednesdays. So we can do Blackboard Collaborate any day of the week. Or there's other platforms such as Google Hangouts also to meet in that real-time situation. How to type math. Check this out just in terms of in a Google Doc or in your, like in Buzz itself in your assessments, like your essay boxes. How can you type math, right? How can I type a square root? Again, questions with that, reach out to me, and here's some more online resources that you can click on. So there's your math help. Come back to it as you need it. And then your final thing here, just your overview, or again, getting started before we get into the math, before we get into that first mission 6 with statistics, is making sure you complete these. So you won't be able to go into Module 6 until you've done these first couple of things, which first is your pre-course survey, which is a Google form that you need to fill out just so that I can get some more information about you. And obviously, part of your success is that us just learning about each other so that this could be a really good experience and positive experience for you. Once you submit this Google form, though, you will get a password. So it's really important that either you write it down or you remember it. That password, right, that's your code, Mission Impossible, to access then your first assignment 0.0, the Getting Started assignment. So once you get to that, you've done your Google form, you have the password, you can click Start, and you go ahead and enter it in here. And then you'll be able to complete that first assignment, which is really just true or false. So it's a pretty quick assignment that if you've looked at the course expectations, you should be good to go. The next kind of fun thing with our Mission Impossible, just to kind of set up our team here, is that you have an opportunity to create your own avatar for the course. You can see here is mine, and I posted it to this Padlet, kind of like a little sticky board, online sticky board. That we can work through. I give you the directions here. There's a free website to make your own avatar, and then downloading it, that file, and then creating your own post here. If you need a password, so I'm already into it, obviously I've already accessed it, but when you initially click on here, our Padlet password is just eSchool. So typing that in, giving you access to this board, and then what you can do is just add your sticky notes and take that opportunity to upload your avatar, and you can put your name or whatever name you want to make. If you want your code name that you want for the mission, you can write it there. But we'll just start to collect our team members of everybody that's working through the second half of Algebra 1 with us this school year. So that's Module 0. Hopefully that'll help you get started. I'm super excited to have you in the course. Obviously, stay in touch with me as questions come up. Please reach out to me via phone, text, email, anything like that, and we'll talk to you soon.